Yeah, it's going to disappear for a sec, but it'll be back. It will be back. So I've reduced it down to 720p, so um, it should run a little bit smoother. Okay, let's keep opening these while the stream resumes. Like butter. I don't think it is like butter. I think it's still low. I think it's still like only 20 frames a second. But I don't really know what to do about it. This camera is meant to be outputting at H.264, so there's less for my CPU to do. But the CPU still seems to be running at full bore. May have to convince the missus to buy me a proper computer for this. Oh, that's not good. Was the frame rate high enough that you guys saw a spring fly out? I don't know where that spring went. It's like I opened it up and there was no spring inside. All right, Trevor. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Really cool of you. Catch you again soon. Steph, because I've potentially lost a spring. There's a bag of clear springs over on the war chest. That's a code, guys, for the table where my keyboards live. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, is there a bag of springs over there? What's that? No, it's not going to be in the box. It'll be with the. It was with the Leon Dren stuff.
That's the box, isn't it?
Don't think so. Oh yeah. Look. No. No. It's like a baggy. Yeah, okay. It could be in the other room. It could be here on the table. Could be. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I only cracked it like a little bit. And the way that it would have shot would be behind the computer over here. It's only a small space too, like couldn't have gone far, but it doesn't matter. I've got a whole bag of springs. If I can find the bag of springs. Well, I just turned over to look at the game too. That's a big play by Denver. I can hear Steph flipping the keyboard box, the key box in the other room. It sounds pretty funny. Any luck?
No.
No. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I do need to worry about it because I'm missing a spring now.
You haven't finished yet, have you?
No, but
Why did it?
well, I think the spring is over in that corner. But Like I say, it only came in the other day with Leanne Dren stuff, so it couldn't have like wandered too far, did it?
Yeah.
I suspect, honey, that it's over here. No, I'm wrong. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I wandered away trying to find that. Couldn't find it. I seem to have lost a couple of viewers. Oh, yeah, it was a clear spring, but like I say, I've got a Leanne Dren sent me a Ziploc bag filled with them recently. I just don't know what I did with the Ziploc bag. And I've told you this before. We live in a very small apartment in Manhattan. I mean, it's, you know, very small. You couldn't lose anything in this sort of space unless you were running a sleeve business out of the same space. It's the only thing that could possibly stand in your way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab a different one here. Just try this open. So, anybody else here from Reddit or from Twitter or anything? Yeah. Steph just asked if I tweeted it, and I did actually. On Geek with Pete, and this also will publish with my subscribed viewers. No luck still? Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, normally I would just stop this and go straight to that, but I feel like I have guests. Oh, Casey tweeted it too. Key Chatter tweeted it as well.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Well, oh, do you know what? Did we stuff it in one of these drawers?
No.
No. Okay, can I ask you guys a question? Those smiles are starting to get weird. So you're talking about the emoticon. I heard the other day that Coca-Cola just paid to have an emoticon made. But like, is there an official emoticon library or something? Like, who did they pay to? Who did they pay to get a Coca-Cola bottle as an emoticon, and where does that appear? Like, I've never really considered. Apparently, there's an official emoticon library or something. Again, I don't really know. I don't really know what that's about. So any help that you can give me would be awesome. It's a standards board. What's a standards board? The emoticon standards? Seriously. What is it like the... Yeah, but how can there be a standard set if they're each running their own thing? This is the part I'm not getting. Is there like an official emoticon library that I can download for Linux or something? Oh, there's not many answers coming into that. I don't know if you guys are going to Google to look it up, but it is. It is a curious thing. Still no luck, eh?
No.
Oh well.
We want it.
Yeah. So no luck finding the bagged O replacement springs. So I'm just gonna seal this bad boy back up. Okay. I think I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna put this to one side for now. I'm not done, but you know, I don't need to do it all in one big splash. I can take my time. So again, for those of you who are watching, these tweezers, there's a link to them in the about section of this video. They were recommended to me by Key Chatter, and he is spot on there, fantastic. And they're only like $3. They make opening your switches way easier. Highly recommended. Unicode public Unidata emoji sources. That's insane, dude. That is insane. Just give me 1 second here. Just doing a little bit of tending to stuff, making sure that everything's still running smoothly. So it says like it's gone really skippy again. It's gone down to 6 frames. Oh no, it's bouncing back up now. 9 frames a second. Still not great. Probably a way that I could prioritize it. But cool. Just gonna keep putting these away. Just be another minute or two, and I'll be back with y'all. So just putting these keycaps back on for now. Might as well. There's no point leaving them off, right? Now, Key Chatter, I know that you got a couple of these boards, right? You've got like the largest of collections of Plancks outside of uh, Jack himself, right? So what do you got, and what are you rocking? What are your different ones that you got going on? Yeah, Devin, I think you're right. I think it probably is just the laptop, and I think that this is another great reason to buy myself a giant monster computer that'll really be able to kick ass. Oh, 3 or 4, Key Chatter replies. 3 or 4. Oh, yes, something like that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, one with loop clears. Okay, sweet. One with GAT clears. Yeah, okay. And GAT clears are essentially reds, MX reds, right? One with greens. Yeah, click, click, click. Devin, I think that's incorrect. A man can't have too many boards. But yeah, cool. And are you, Chad, are you a guy who prefers the MIT layout, or do you prefer the full grid? This is one of the tall cable bags here that I've got from one of the keyboards. You can see I have quite a lot in it. A couple key pullers. A lot fits in these things. MIT layout, yeah. That's for those of you who don't know. Key Chatter's saying MIT layout's what he prefers, and that's this with the slightly bigger spacebar. My thumbs are smart, but I don't know that they're quite smart enough to be able to deal with individual keys. Also, Hatta has too many keyboards for sure. Hatta is the guy you did the interview with recently, isn't he? That was a pretty cool interview. He's got covered full of keyboards he's never even opened. Yeah, 400 plus. Like I'm at 11 and I've got more coming. But I think when you hit 300, you probably know you got too many. I say probably. Oh, do you know what? You know what I haven't done that I wanted to do, and who won the keyboard? You know, I haven't looked. I hang around a lot in the mechanical keyboards new. I don't usually go see the popular, and so I haven't seen. I haven't seen who the contest winner was. Uh, who was it? Yeah, so I stand corrected. 400 keyboards is too many, Devin. No man can have too many keyboards, and then 400 plus makes you think, meh, maybe a man can have too many keyboards. Okay, I was gonna get some stuff to show you guys that I got at Maker Faire today. So. Okay, cool. Yeah, I bet he's got a heap of knowledge, that guy. I mean, cool. I mean, you know, Google was at Maker Faire today. This is what they were giving away. This is their swag. Um, these are got a couple of pairs of safety glasses. They were giving away safety glasses, which is kind of cool. In this page of stickers. Not really sure what I'm going to do with those stickers yet, but they're kind of cool, you know. Um, so that was Google. Raspberry Pi handbook was a give out. Got this bag. What was it for? Oh, Atmel. Atmel, that's the booth. I don't know if you guys saw that. I posted the keyboard I/O people had a small. They didn't have a booth; they had a table at the Atmel booth. Atmel was big, and it was there. Like it was pretty cool. And you know, I said to Steph as we were walking past it, because she didn't know who. It's no slight on Steph, but she didn't know who Atmel was. And I said, "Oh, the Atmega 32U4 is like the important chip." And what do you know? There's keyboard I/O. And then I got a chance to look at their board, and what do you know? That's exactly the chip that they've got on there. So I'm a nerd basically. I know far too much about this keyboard stuff. But anyways, I thought this bag was kind of cool. We saw these guys. He gave us each one of these samples. This is TechFlex, but this is like a wrap of TechFlex, which is cool. And then this is heat shrink with their logo on it, wirecare.com. They're based out of New Jersey, and I thought they were very cool dudes, and it was nice to meet those guys. We even got talking to the owner of TechFlex, who's kind of a dude. There's my Keyboardio sticker, which is cool. At Fab, we're giving away stickers as well. I don't know if you can. That probably doesn't show that well on that thing, but that's cool. Raspberry Pi. Now they were doing some cool stuff. As I said earlier, I got to meet Eben Upton. I didn't really meet him actually. I just kind of reached across the table and shook his hand and went, "Holy shit, you're Eben Upton! This is amazing." I'm sure he doesn't really appreciate fans like that, but whatever. I did it to him anyways. And they getting started with Raspberry Pi lesson. So it's like a lesson card. I thought that would actually make for a cool piece of video. Like I could follow that card and just try to understand where people have problems and try to figure it out like they do. This was cool. I was telling Devin about this. This is a personal CNC machine. I looked at the guy. I was telling Steph. I looked at him and I just watched all of this thing. I mean, this is a big CNC machine. We're talking like as big of the area as you can see here. It was that big, and it reached all the way up to, I don't know. I'm going to say it was like 36 inches by 36 inches by, even 40 inches, maybe even taller than that. It was a big unit, and it was glass enclosed, and it had like a folding door in front of it, and it's cutting this big piece of, like a big hunk of metal. It's cutting into a shape. And I looked at the guy to say to him, "Do you think I could run one of these in my apartment?" And I thought, no, I'm not going to ask him that. I'm just not going to go there. Like I can't have this happening in my apartment. It's it's just a step too far. We need to, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. We either need to buy a house out in the country and then buy one, or something else. I'm not really sure. Oh, you guys would know if you'd watched a bunch of my videos. I do a lot of stuff for Banana Pie. Well, not stuff for them. I review Banana Pie videos because they're cool, and I like the alternatives. As you saw, if you tuned in earlier, I have some other Banana Pie stuff. Okay, but because I got you live, I can tell you all the weird stuff that I know about Banana Pie. Banana Pie is actually like two companies. There's LeMaker, and then there's Bee Pie. And Bee Pie are the people who make the Banana Pie Bee Pie M2, and LeMaker make the Banana Pie Pro and the Banana Pie like original. They're different companies. Bizarre, weirdo, bizarro. So, anyways, I'm going up to the booth and I'm like, oh, I've emailed you guys at Banana Pie at LeMaker before. I know, like, my contact's name is Leon Wang. He's a nice dude. And they're like, yeah, never heard of him. So that was my weird story about Banana Pie. But they also had the Ba Light at the Makerspace, which is really cool. What it is, it's like the thing that goes in the spokes of your wheels, and then as you ride your bike, it lights up and makes a display like this. It was really cool. It was super really cool, and I wanted to buy one right there and then, and I couldn't. She told me that it wasn't available until the 29th, but that I could buy one then, and I totally think I'm going to buy one then. I ride a lot of bikes, and in New York, that would be really cool. And I could get Kaiser Soze. It's not Kaiser Soze, but I could do Kaiser Soze. Cool, so that's that. What else did I get? The thing I was really excited about, yeah, there it is, was this Raspberry Pi sticker. Yes, the irony is well known, putting that on a Banana Pi thing, but that's cool. And that's my Banana Pi bag that also goes with it, which I thought was really cool. So that's most of the cool stuff that we got. There is a little bit more cool stuff. I'm just going to put this away. Steph, is it okay if I show the cool thing that you got?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Or is it not okay? If it's not okay, it's not okay.
That's fine.
That's okay.
It gives away a little bit.
It does give away a little bit. But what if I
A little bit, but a lot.
what if I don't say what it's for? I'll just not say what it's for.
Yeah, right. Go for it. It's pretty obvious. Like, go for it.
Okay, why don't we'll keep it as an exclusive, and nobody here will ever be able to say anything ever about this. Well, I only have 7 people watching this, and of those, Key Chatter, he's tight. It's not like he has a blog or anything. And XX7, he doesn't worry about these sorts of things. So we got these 2 things, which are tubs of something called composite mold. See that there? Composite mold. This is a material that you can melt by heating it in the microwave. Pour it in something to cast something, and then after you've cast it, you can just cut it up and then microwave it again. So Steph thought that this would be really good for making ornamentation for cupcakes. So you can chocolate and fondant and that sort of thing. Which I mean is unusual to have thought of that when we're um, at the Maker Faire. You know, you Maker Faire, you're making technical things and whatever. But no, Steph's gonna make some fondant and some chocolate stuff with it, and that's all. That is all that she's gonna make with it. No, Devin, I'm seeing what you're saying, and no, I don't think so. I certainly won't. As everybody knows, I work like an idiot, and when I do have any spare time, I make videos like this. I don't have time to do anything else. So I've just got a couple of bits and pieces here. I'm just going to hand over to Steph, because those are more Steph's bits than my bits. I'm just going to look at this. What's that? Oh, I just looked back at the game. There's 5 seconds left in the second half. 13-6 Denver over Detroit. Don't know. Yeah, Devin, if you're thinking about doing some casting, you should totally check that stuff out. Um, you should totally check that stuff out. We're really sleeve specialists, and we're dabbling in other things, and it's totally to our detriment. And if you don't know really what I'm talking about when I say to our detriment, I'm saying you should see the stack of wooden wrist rests that I don't have time to finish. In fact, if you'd like to see some of them, this is some of the stack that I've cut. These are just walnuts that I have cut that I don't have time to finish. I don't have time to sand them. And then yeah. I don't even know when I'm supposed to do this. Because like it's gonna get cold soon, and I do this outside on the balcony. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. Oh, do you want to see other projects that we started that we haven't finished? Here. Here, this is a giant piece of leather. I don't know when we're gonna do this. Like, we just don't have time to do it. Alrighty. Well, guys, I'm gonna tackle one of these USB cables. So this is how you get the kit if you get a DIY USB cable. This is what it looks like. You basically get a pre-cut piece of PET, and you get the bits. I'm going with silver ends this time, and with clear heat shrink. That, of course, is the PET, and you get the 4 wires. Everything's already pre-cut for you, just like this one is. So let me get this into a better shape. So I made one of these last night out of the One-Up Keyboards kit. I did the plastic version, but it still has some kinks to it. I wouldn't recommend the plastic-ended version unless you really know what you're doing. I would recommend the metal one. It's the same price. It looks really good, and I just don't really see the advantage to the plastic at the moment. Unless you wanted the right angle cable. If you want the right angle cable, then that's a different kettle of fish. But otherwise, I'd stick to the metal one. So just using my wire strippers here. I did this as well yesterday, like I say, and some people asked about these wire strippers, so I put a link to them in the About section. They're totally kick-ass, but you don't really need these wire strippers in order to perform this task. It just makes it go a little smoother and a little easier. So I'm going to use helping hands for this today. I know I showed a video recently where I didn't use helping hands. But I actually find this method quite quick. So why don't I get that underway? Cool. Just going to add a touch of water. Brutal. Yeah, Devin, plastic was a muck-up last night. I really didn't enjoy it. We're going to get some heat shrink so that if you encounter the same problems that I did, you can just cover the whole thing much more easily. I used that 3-to-1 stuff to try to cover the end of it, and it wasn't big enough. So, excuse me. I think we're going to change that one around. If you're thinking about ordering one of these, Devin, I see that you're saying if you order a kit, could I have an extra 10 feet of sleeving and some extra heat shrink? Well, actually, the truth is it depends which of the sleeves that which of the sheathing you'd like Some of the quantities we've reordered because we're already running low. This product is selling really, really well for us. And so at the moment, we're running low in the black blue, in the black silver. I think that's it actually. So just those two. But yeah, if you want if you want to just send me a PM actually on Reddit, and we'll get you an order together. Are you thinking about doing like a double sheathing thing? Is that why you're asking for some extra? Okay, my soldering iron is just getting heated up here. That's what we're waiting for. Today I included a link to the one that I use. I use a Hacko FX888. D is actually the exact model number. Huh. It's not really. It's not really melting the stuff off today. It's better. Just had to adjust the temperature up a little bit. Okay, and I need to grab some solder. And we've included as a new feature on our cable packages. We've included this 0.02 inch diameter lead-free solder, and it's definitely a great addition. I was using some thicker solder before, but this stuff is it's thinner, it's easier to use, it's easier to control, and we have quite a lot of it, and it's not very expensive to add on to your package. Dieter writes, do these cables work with USB 3? Yeah, USB 3 is backwards compatible to USB 2, so definitely they do. We don't have any USB 3 specific ends or attachments, but I don't know of any USB 3 keyboards at the moment. But if there are some, do let us know, and we'll totally look into getting some. I'm just going to do my first solder here. Lovely, but I hit the cable a little bit. You know what? I was doing kind of studio lighting here for us. I might just. I know it's gonna probably blow out the shot. Yeah, USB 3 has extra conductors, but there's no reason you can't plug a USB 2 in. Yeah, see, it's put that beam of light right in the middle here, but that's okay. I kind of need to be able to see this better than I can see it at the minute, so fortunately, it's just the way it's going to be for a little while. Instructions for these cables are on the One Up Keyboard's website. Yep. Well, I think you guys can see it today, where yesterday I don't think you could see any of what I was doing. And then black is the one that's closest to me. I'm just struggling a little bit in the light here. Oh, come on. There we go. Burnt those wires a little more than I wanted to. That's okay. So we're down to just 5 viewers now. Okay, well, it's almost a private session. Anybody have any questions as I go through this? Besides Dieter, I see that Devin's handled that pretty well. Oh, why am I struggling today? Yeah, I tapped all 4 of the sheathing, the white sheathings. I don't of the cable sheathing. I don't know why I did it. I touched all 4 of them. They're all. Well, there's not going to be any shorts in there or anything. It's not as clean as I like it. Well, not a big deal. And now I'm going to do the twisting of the pairs. So, twisting the red and black. Sorry, the red and blue together. Yeah, they are not super fun. But like I say, you know what makes it a lot easier is having really thin solder. Uh, the thicker solder makes it even more difficult. So if you've got the really thin stuff, it helps a lot. That's why we added it to the. Leanne Dren commented because he got himself a cable kit as well. he commented that he really struggled with the solder that he had. And so I've been using 0. I've been using this stuff here. What's this? 0.04, and it was okay. I mean, I could totally get by with it, but now that I'm onto the 0.02 stuff, it's like a dream. I say it's like a dream. It doesn't stop my hand from bumping into the wires along the way. So that's those two sorted. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. If I'm making this look difficult and tedious, it's because it kind of is. The twisting of the pairs is probably the least fun part about this, in my estimation. I don't think I've done a very good job here. I'm going to start again at this end and just like twist it there. You don't need to twist these a lot. In fact, you probably don't even need to do it. But I do it because I was told that I was supposed to do it. So now I have to do it. Okay, that's that. Now that those two are twisted, I'm going to twist these two with the other two so that roughly it smooths out all the twistings. My binder clip just fell off then. Yeah, dude, they're super. They are genuinely super fun to make. I mean, look at me. I'm spending my Sunday night hanging out with you guys, making one. It's like it's a fun thing to do, and it's really cool when someone knows that you've made it. Okay, I put a little bit of tape on the end. Much too much tape. Put a little bit of tape on the end just to hold it while I'm putting the sheathing on it. Yesterday, I stripped those wires before I put the sheathing on. Today, I will not make the same mistake. There, that little bit of Scotch tape just means I can take this off and it won't untwist while I put this blue stuff on. The blue stuff is pretty straightforward. You just kind of slide it in there, and then once it goes on, you just do the slinky. So like I said, we met some pretty senior people at TechFlex today, and they had some advice on how to make these even better, actually. So I think we'll probably look into getting one of those hot knives for these. Just going to pull that down so it's nice and snug down at one end. Just have a little bit of a go that far down, but that's okay. So let's just see. Okay, so now that I've got this kind of on here, what I'm going to do is strip these ends here with my beautiful wire stripper. Again, can't say enough good things about this wire stripper. But if you don't have $35 to spend on a wire stripper, I get it. I didn't have $35 to spend on a wire stripper until recently either. All right, cool. So these go in a crazy order compared to what I've done. I had it the other day when I wasn't filming. I just laid them all down, and they all happened to beautifully fit exactly perfectly onto the white end. But not today. So I have to do them one at a time. And it goes red first. It's not really what I wanted to do then. That's a beautiful job. Just gonna clean up that tip a little bit. All right, red was the first one. White is the next. That was nice and easy. And blue. I'm just gonna reset this. I'll go on. Who won the giveaway? Oh wait, I just sockets Dieter S. I didn't even see that there was a contest happening. Here I am, just going through. Hey, that's awesome. Well, that's very kind of you, keychatter.com. Very kind of you to do that. That's amazing. Congratulations, Socket. Yeah. Cool. Socket, why don't you have a look through the site and send me an email, or are you on? Actually, you could probably PM me on Geekhack. I don't usually go over there, but I'll totally head over there for this. Steph, so you know, while I was doing this, Key Chatter just ran a contest. First person to say who they are just won a free cable.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, cable kit. cable kit. You can't have this cable.
We can't.
Yeah, actually, if you want this cable. You can totally make your own cable, or if you think you don't really want to make your own cable, you'd like an 18-inch blue sheathed cable as made by Ski with Pete, you are more than welcome to it. What's that, Steph? Yeah, it isn't as fun. It isn't as fun, but if you're, somehow nervous about making... this is a little awkward. Just trying to get a little more strip off of this.
Denver 14, Detroit 12.
Did you guys hear that? Denver 14, Detroit 12. And in this case, we're cheering for Denver because I used to live in Colorado. I've lived in a lot of places, guys. Okay, sweet. I'm just going to put a little more solder on the tip of this so it doesn't oxidize any further. It's starting to look a little bit oxidized, actually. Really shouldn't be doing that over the cable. Cool. Okay, well, as you know, my next step here is to put a little bit of hot glue. Sorry for shaking the camera up. I just put those clippers back up there. Now this step, as you know, is unnecessary. Turn off the soldering iron. Get that out of the way. I like to put a little hot glue in there because I know that it helps keep this end stuck. It's not a necessary step. I'm just going to have some of my tea here. Ah, nice and cold. I left it for a long time. So this this hot glue gun takes a minute or two to heat up. So I'm just going to move this into center frame here. It'll take a minute or two to heat up, and while it does, I'm just going to stand up and stretch my legs. Do you guys have any? There's only 6 of us here, and I know who 3 of us are. Don't know who the other 3 are. Do you guys want to do some sharing? Tell us who you are, maybe make a comment. or not. Stay there in silence. Hey, Mr. Golden Zombie, awesome, welcome back. Yeah, I showed off all my keyboards yesterday, and by the time I got done, it was like 1 in the morning. We didn't end up getting to Maker Faire until late in the day. Whatever. Welcome. That was fun last night, showing off all my keyboards and stuff. Welcome back. I'm doing kind of much the same thing, except this time I'm not doing it with a plastic end. I'm doing it with these much better metal ends. They're so much easier to use and so much better looking. So you'll totally get a good idea of what those look like. Thin Man, hey, how you going? Welcome. Well, awesome. This turned into quite a cool little crowd, actually. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, Steph is in the background. Steph, why don't you say hello?
Hello.
That's Steph. I'm not a ventriloquist. I can't impersonate those voices, so yeah, it's excellent. Still just waiting on this glue gun to heat up. I put all the links, because I do it for all of my videos, I put all the links to the stuff on Amazon in case you decide that you want to buy anything. This glue gun is very good. It burns my hand regularly. I got this little stand to help give it more stability, because before it had this little, I don't know if you can see here, but it had like a little thing that sticks out. It was terrible, constantly burning my hand. Now it burns my hand less, but you know, not never. Underneath this, I found a really cool, because this thing falls over all the time. I found this really cool hack. What you do is you hot glue, you see that? You hot glue pennies to the underside of it. Because that way, the hack only costs a few cents, which I thought was brilliant. I really did think that was brilliant. So you hot glue some pennies in there, and yeah, it works. It works a treat, actually. Now it's really stable. It's better than the expensive ones. Okay, gonna use some hot glue here. Just want to get that separated. I hot glue down over the cables, further down. I don't do it over the actual bare electronics. Do it a little ways down instead. And now I can grab the cable. Sorry, I did it off camera there a little bit, but now I can just pull it up over the edge. Get that. Now, as I showed yesterday, when this goes wrong, you don't really have to worry. You can just reach in there and start pulling the hot glue apart. Hot glue, it's not the most effective stuff in the world. It just helps a little bit. Aaron, I don't know who you're calling a real genius. I'm gonna have to assume that it's not me. But we do get some geniuses in here, so I'm sure it's rightly deserved. Do you know what, guys? I mean, I'm just looking at this, and this blue cable, it's just a little bit too long. So I'm actually going to go and I'm going to trim it. And it's not easy to trim once it's in here. I really already know that. But it's just a little bit too, like, there's even more that could come out of it. So I'm going I'm going to perform some minor surgery before I nearly burnt myself again. That was really close. I felt the heat on my hand. That was really super close. This thing, let's turn it that way so as to avoid it burning me for now. And this, like, it's so not advised to do this because I could easily cut the cable, which I could totally do, especially the way things have gone in the last 24 hours for me. I could totally cut these cables and totally ruin this entire project. But I'm going to try my best not to do that. I just shot that up in my face, which was awesome. And you know what? It's still much too long. You know, I'm really lucky. I've got, I'm up to 10,000 subscribers. And if you guys want to do some sort of collab or some sort of thing where we send each other subscribers, I'd be more than happy to do that. My guys are predominantly in the Raspberry Pi community, and they're really top dudes. I mean, I say they're top dudes. They're mostly top dudes. If you look at some of the comments, I mean, the willingness to share source code and it's really cool. It really warms the heart. And then there's a group of people who are like, I'm doing my PhD in Indonesia. Can you help me with my PhD? I'm like, what do you want me to do? And they're like, oh, could you just write some code for me? And that's when I go, actually, they're not that cool. Actually, I would say once a week I have somebody claiming to be a graduate student at a university somewhere. Well, no, actually, typically it is Indonesia. And they're messaging me, asking me to write them code. Yeah, key cheddar. Honestly, streaming. Look how fun and easy it is. And like, I'm doing this stuff anyways. Like, it's not like I'm doing something that I wouldn't be doing anyways. I'm just doing it now with a little bit of an audience, you know. And why the heck not? I just hot glued this end here, and now I'm gonna go as quick as I can. Grab as much of it as I can, push it all the way up like that. Get that end nice and secure. Yeah, Devin, I really thought that was very cool of you to open source everything and put it all on Thingiverse. Like that is super cool. The universe will reward you for stuff like that. And you know, the best part about it is now that those ideas are free, you like in the nicest possible way, you need to move on. Like you need to go do other stuff. Like if you look at my alarm clock thing, you know, I'd been planning to do that for years and years, and I was planning to make it into an app and make money off it and all this stuff. I finally got it done. I just thought, I'm going to open source this and share. And the amount of good stuff that's happened because of that video. And now, like I say, I've moved on. I've moved on to other projects, and I'm doing other stuff, and I'm not just locked into a cycle. Okay, maybe that was a bit too much of a rant, but I'm just saying, it's so cool of you to have done that. Really highly commendable. You know, I really do think the world of you for doing that. I think the world of you anyways, but I also think the world of you for doing that. There is a knob that's of, it's like a knob of butter. It's just a little too big. There, that's better. That'll fit. So just putting these metal ends on here, it's not the complicated part of the science, but it does take a little bit of fidgety. The little bit of fidgety is really because the end of this cable was, it's like it's heat cut. Because it's heat cut, it means that it's got these little balls on the end, and the little balls don't like to go where you want them to go. But as you can see, it's beautifully in there. I can turn off my heat glue gun actually. So there, that's in. That's what it looks like on the other side. And now I'm just going to go put this piece on. And you can see that this piece, it's not a lot of drama. You just, can you see that? You start this way. And because it's got a little lip on it, that, maybe it would be better if I just pointed out. See that little lip? That little lip fits over this little plastic lip here. So you've just got to line the two up so that it does that. And the way I do that, there, it's just like that. But you can see the way I do it there. And now I just push it back with my thumb until it grabs in that angle, and then I start to lower it down. And as I lower it down, I make sure that it's catching the hole of the cable, and it is. There you go. That's pretty much grabbed it. Okay, now I said earlier that I use needle nose pliers for this, but I don't actually use snub nose pliers for this. And I just do it to just grab and force the two holes to make sure that those are close enough to click, and they're not. Missed it just a little bit here. It's gone a little wide. Now, this stretched out for whatever reason, so I'm just going to re-tighten it. Again, it's metal, so it's not hard to mold and form and do whatever you want to do with it. There, that I heard it clip that once that time. Is there a second clip in my future here? It's pretty darn close. Okay. No, it just really wants to open up for me. I really squeeze the heck out of it then just to make it even tighter. I don't know if it's going to go in now. There we go. Come on, you can do this. There we go. It's grabbed a little. Let's get it to grab this way. Okay, well, I might as well just explain to you guys what's happening, just in case this ever happens to you. But you can see here that it's kind of dovetailed out at the back. Because that dovetail has gone up, every time I squeeze it, this front bit pops off. So I just really need to get that in. I am going to grab my needle and those pliers after saying I wasn't going to use them. I'm just going to do both at the same time. I'm going to hold this front half down, and I'm going to grab the back half and bend it into place. There we go. There we go. Devin, are you using chill in a positive way or in a negative way? I don't know how you could use chill really in a negative way, but not a lot of excitement around here, so I don't know if you're hoping for fireworks or something. Yeah, key chatter. I totally feel you. Yeah, I think what's happened here possibly is I got my little nub of glue exactly in the spot under this, and that's why it's being so stiff. But I can't quite tell because I can't see. I'm just trying to squeeze it down. Every time I squeeze it down, I try to squeeze it a little tighter on the sides. Every time I... Okay, and I'm actually going to, even though I started out with these clear ones, I'm going to make a change of plans. I'm actually going to go with black ones. I'm going to do that for a couple of reasons. One, there's a couple of plier marks on here now, so I'm going to switch over. But the other reason, which is the bigger reason, which is what I really want to do, is that I actually got in the mail. Let me see if I can find it here. I actually got Modern Selectrics in the mail, and so I'm going to go with black and blue just to... So this cable just looks super awesome with this set. That's the plan anyways. Alright, moving on to the USB-A end here. Same sort of thing, there's the little notches up at the top here, and those have to go in that end. I got a little straggler. Let me snip that off. Let's go in there like that. What's causing those little stragglers there? Sorted. sure you guys didn't hear that little click, but if you did, that tells me that it's worked. So I was chatting to Pexon the other day, asking him some advice on making these cables. I specifically asked if there was some sort of crimp that you could use on this part exactly. His answer to me was no, you don't. You just grab some pliers, slowly make your way around exactly as I'm doing here. Pexon, by the way, is a very cool dude. If you guys don't know him. When I started out, how often do I do these live streams? Yeah, the first one was yesterday. This is the second one ever. But I like it, and I just spent nearly $100 on a little webcam. So I envisage doing this again soon. I have some keyboard builds coming up in the not too distant future, and I'd love to be able to do those in this method as well. But I don't know. It depends. Like, it's only. I've got I've got the Leandren 60 that's coming up. Is that going to be with the Zelios? Probably. And the grays I'm clearing off of this one because I'm doing the Waffle PC one. The Waffle PC is a TKL. It's a little crooked, that one, but it's not bad. Okay. Oh, stupid. Look what I've done. Just throwing these everywhere. Alright, so I'll do that one on that end. And that one on that end. Just putting the heat shrink on now. Now what I like to do with the heat shrink is, I'll show you actually. I'll show you exactly. I'm just going to grab that so I can pull the heat shrink down a little bit. Okay, what I like to do with these, and you won't be able to see me do it on one end, but you can see me do it on the other. What I like to do, you see, I just grab this this board, and then I'll plug it in, and then I'll only put the heat shrink right to the edge of what goes into the board. Do you see that? So it's just like as far in as it can go. That needs to come back just a touch now. Perfect. Okay, and then this one I'm going to do it on the computer, which is off screen, but I'll do it anyways. Sweet, okay, those two bits are set. So I'm just going to tidy this up a little tiny bit, and then I'll turn on my heat shrinking heat fin. Okay, just going to turn on the heat fan here. It's going to be loud. I hope you guys can hear over it. Mr. Golden Zombie, I think you asked me the same question yesterday. My answer is Cherry MX Clear. I don't love the taupe ray. Key Chatter and I disagree on that. He loves the 55 gram top rays. He even sacrificed to get the 55 gram top ray onto his HHKB. He sacrificed a TKL keyboard worth $230. Oh, you asked Key Chatter. Well, then I will go silent. Fine, if you don't want my answer, I'll stop. I mean, I'm insulted. But hey, it's too late now, man. No, honestly, Key Chatter is a dude, and you would not be mistaken to follow his advice. Except when it comes to busting apart $200 keyboards, in my humble opinion. My least favorite switch? You know, what if I said it was top race? Oh no, it's definitely MX Browns. Yeah. No, it's definitely MX Browns. I mean, I wanted MX Browns so bad. I was like, oh, they're lighter and they, tactile touch. No, totally, that is the wrong thing. Some people call them dirty reds. I call them reds that I hate. So I'm just putting the Velcro strap on. The Velcro, because these are new rolls of Velcro, I have a little odd end, and my little odd end is short. But that's okay. I'm happy enough with it. There it is. Sweet! That is another completed cable, and this one, like I say, will go great. But now is the moment of truth. So, do you do taupe ray if you want a tactile switch? I would recommend that you not do the 45 gram. I can't. Key Chatter will vouch for the 55 gram being a tactile switch, but I don't think that the 45 is actually tactile. I'm a guy who likes to push hard on the keys, so it's difficult for me to say. I like a Cherry MX Clear or the Cherry MX Grays. I used the Matthias Quiet Clicks today when I was at Maker Faire on the Keyboardio. It's a beautiful switch. It really is. It's like a Clear, maybe a little less, like not as heavy, but it was a very nice switch. It was like a brown that was supposed to work. Browns are just like a switch that don't work. This was like a brown switch that felt good. Right, I'm going to test this cable, just a little bit off screen here. The USB cable works. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. Well, that's another one for the collection. Well, sorry if the video froze. I wonder if that's the USB thing that happens. Yes. Cool. Is it back? Are you guys still watching the feed here? All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. All the information that you want and or need is in the About section below. I'm going to leave the channel up for a few minutes so you guys can keep chatting. But it's pretty much it from me. Sweet. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to answer while I'm here. And just going to start tidying up, really. Well, thanks again for watching, guys. I'm going to sign off. Have a good rest of your weekends, and I'm sure I will catch you guys again soon. Cheers, guys.